Here's something I didn't think we would ever come up with. I mean, yes, I know I've been a proponent of it. Could we get a bare bones or a basic truck with crank windows and all that? And there's some of those coming. There's a company I'm going to talk about here in the near future, and I've talked about them once. But what if the government was looking to pass a law called, or a rule with the Department of Transportation called freedom cars? Because they're worried about your vehicle being tracked. This is one thing that the administration's doing that I can 100% get on board with. Freedom cars. Huh. So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Before I get into today's video, we just launched the Ram 2500 Cummins diesel Laramie truck. There's a full video with the walk around drive test. They literally just got done delivering it to the house, and we took it around and we took it out to Chop over at Tobin Automotive, so they can go over the truck and give it a clean bill of health, which everything came up clean from when I put the scan tool on it. I'm sure if they find anything, we'll take care of it. And like I said, the only thing I think we're going to add to it is probably steps. But the truck is absolutely freaking immaculate. If you want to get in on it, it's real simple to do. Currently, it's at maxed out entries, meaning there won't ever be more entries available than what are available now. And that's 250,000 per dollar spent. So if you get 250,000 entries per dollar spent on your pre-tax amount over on our tool site. That's if you pick up air fresheners, and there's like cheaper stuff there on there now, expensive stuff on there now, all different types of stuff. I think we're going to have some ebooks and some other stuff there too for people that don't want to get stuff shipped. I understand how that works. But that'll be over there. You can go over and check it out, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. Once those products sell out, there's only 10 items available at each product. It will close out, or it'll close out on August 2nd at August 7th at 12:01 a.m. So basically the evening of August 6th, that's it. Like basically after the first night that we're out at Roadkill, that's done, and then everything goes down to $1 for one entry. The Dual Challenger giveaway is still going on over on our merch site. That's where you can pick up hats, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs, all different panties for your girl if you want. They're actually there. I know you think I'm capping, but they're there. Go check it out over on the merch site if you want to get in on the Hellcat Challenger and the 73 Project Car Challenger. Those go together over at tk'sgarage.com. I'm going to link both down below, but if you want to get in on the Ram and get the most amount of entries, or get the shot to win the most, now's the time to do it. We just showed that with our Durango winner. I think was only in for like the first, got in on one order or something on the first day, spent $31 and won. So if you want to get in on it, and full rules, the email address and all that stuff is in the description, so you can email in there. They can send you a copy of the full rules. If you want to get some free entries, you can send in mail and get free entries because no purchase is necessary. Link in the descriptions down below, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. So let's talk about this. This is something I can actually get behind. Freedom cars. So just less than a month ago, July 2026, U.S. Department of Transportation proposed a proposal by Secretary Sean Duffy, an initiative related to vehicle efficiency or specialized accessible vehicles. Some of the stuff that was in there was the right to drive disconnected. We just talked about this, like how to disconnect like your OnStar, how to disconnect your internet from your car. If you're lucky like me, my M5's all phased out. They were 3G technology, which I believe used AT&T. And my Audi, the last Audi that I had was a A8L diesel, a TDI. I think it's like a 2014. And that used a big T-Mobile SIM card. and even that's aged out. So those the vehicles that were on 3G technology in my M5s are 2016s, right? Um, yeah, I think that's interesting because like my vehicles, they don't connect to the internet. I'm not worried about them being tracked. There's nothing. There's no GPS for them to track. There's no system for them to log into. That's it, right? And Sean Duffy, the secretary over at the Department of Transportation, the DOT, said, "Hey, why don't we have the right to drive disconnected? We need to have that as a policy. That if somebody comes in and they want to buy a car and they don't want to have their telematics, how fast you're going, how hard do you turn, the G forces and all that shit constantly uploading to the manufacturer, a consumer should have the right to turn that shit off." And I agree. I 100% agree. And this just came out July 26th. And let's see if I can get in here. And let me just get a little bit into this article. So the Trump administration wants to promote the production of self-driving cars while allowing Americans to buy tech-free traditional vehicles. So listen, if you want a car that you can put makeup on the way to work and not have to worry about driving and just let the car take you there, you got one. Tesla going to do that for you. Or Ram, or because we have all the different driverless cars, driverless tech now. Super Cruise on GM. Nothing does what Tesla does right now, but you get what I'm saying. Like, if you want a car that has all that tech in it, then go buy one. But if you don't, you should have the ability to not have to have that data, right? So Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announced a proposed federal law that would bar local or state governments from requiring automakers to equip vehicles with automated driving systems or the capability to transmit data wirelessly. I think this also would get rid of the car scanning your eyes, seeing if you're available to drive. They wouldn't be able, this law passes, they're not legally allowed to transmit that data to a local municipality to say, hey, he's not good to drive. They wouldn't be able to do it. Still would shut your vehicle down, but they can't tell on you, which I think is cool. As Alice Gibbs explains in Newsweek, a July 22nd letter from Duffy outlines several proposals that aim to protect consumer choice, arguing that Americans should retain the ability to purchase and operate traditional vehicles, even as the auto industry develops more advanced autonomous driving technologies. According to Gibbs, quote, "The administration is simultaneously calling for expanded tested programs for self-driving cars, the removal of federal deployment caps, and new regulatory frameworks designed specifically for driverless vehicles," unquote, attempting to strike a balance between encouraging autonomous vehicle production and allowing people to continue buying cars without automated systems. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. How do you feel about that? What do you guys think? I mean, me personally, you guys have seen my Teslas. I've had Teslas. I got the Model X now. I had the Model S. I had the P100D. I had a Plaid. I've had the Model 3. What else did I have? I didn't have a Y, right? I think that's the only one I haven't owned is a Y. I had the Cybertruck. And I've had different other electric vehicles from, I had the Fisker Karma. I've had a ton. So when people were like, oh, he just hates EVs, that's not the case. Absolutely not. I don't hate electric vehicles. I mean, I'm going to be honest. The Tesla Model X is nice. When I was driving that thing across the country, the fact that I could just put that thing into self-driving mode, and because my Model X was older, right? It doesn't have the camera in the cabin. It can't see if I'm looking at my phone or if I'm doing whatever. And I could just get stuff done. Obviously I'm still half-ass paying attention to the road, but I'm getting emails done. I'm getting work done. It's like, that was like the most productive trip. Yes, it sucks to have to stop every 200 miles and plug it into a supercharger for 30 minutes, but it was also free because it comes with free supercharging. So like, it's a give and take kind of thing with those things. That said, I also never fall asleep in my BMW M5, and I've driven that all three of those back and forth across the country multiple times. So, I mean, yeah, do I enjoy hauling ass in my M5 and breaking speed records? You know, breaking cannonball run times, whatever, across country. Yeah, of course it's fun. But I also like being able to just sit back and chill and get work done and be super productive. Yeah, it takes me an extra 6 or 7 or 8 hours to get there because I'm not hauling ass and I have to stop the charge. But I got the option. I could do both, you know? And I think that's cool. If they codify that in law, then it gives people the option to be able to do what they want. And I think it's smart. This is Duffy jumping ahead and stopping a state from California from doing some extra bullshit. I think it's smart. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.